Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing the top 10 songs by Pink Floyd. These are my opinion. Just want to say that this is not the most popular songs. Well, some of them could be, but this is my opinion. So I was looking on my Spotify, just seeing something I could listen to. And I just pressed shuffle play, and Echoes came up by Pink Floyd. And then this idea came into my head to do the top 10 songs on YouTube, and I had a few top 10 songs by band videos, but I hadn't uploaded them yet. So I just want to start it off with this one. I might create a playlist on this, I don't know, but I wrote it down on a piece of paper. Yeah, so I think at number 10, I'm gonna put Comfortably Numb. Okay, so some people, this might be the best. Well, I love the solo. I love, what it's trying to say. I think, this was the first song that I ever listened to from Pink Floyd. So, I went and searched on YouTube, and this came up, and I was like, yeah, this is really good. And I just fell in love with the solo, and I just love the image. And I went into a cafe once, and I saw this retro poster of Pink Floyd tour, and I was like, man, I think I want to get into this band. And I would always say that Comfortably Numb does deserve to have what it does, but I think some songs are just better than it, in my opinion. So next I'm going on to Interstellar Overdrive. So this is from the first album, Pipers at the first one. So this one is, I didn't get the first album. I got the Relics album CD, a few months ago, and I was like, that was probably the standout track from that album, because it was sort of like a song that, it wasn't like what Echoes did to Pink Floyd, as in that became the thing, but this was like that sort of what most people described in the early days as space rock. So, love that track. Next, I'm gonna go for Hey You. Okay, first time I heard this, I was like, oh, what? It was just like the Hey You. It's really powerful. Yeah, it was just so powerful. I was like, whoa, and yeah, it really did shock me, and I think it was one of those tracks on The Wall that I like. The Wall, I don't really like The Wall. It's probably, I just don't like it as much as other albums. I prefer stuff like, Dark Side, Wish You Were Here, and my favorite Pink Floyd album is Dogs. Well, no, sorry, Animals. Sorry, I picked. Oh shoot, I think I said. Okay, doesn't matter. So number 8, Hey You. So number 7, I'm gonna go for, I'm okay. I was thinking of putting this next, but okay, I'm putting Wish You Were Here at number 8. No, I mean number 7, sorry. Okay, this song is, I think, really is one of the most iconic 12-string guitar, riffs, intros of all time. This is super memorable. I think it's melodic. It's one, I just love Wish You Were Here. It's, I just, on the artwork of the album, that was so cool. I was like, I want to check this out. And yeah, so next I'm gonna go for Shine On You Crazy Diamond, part 1 to 5, number 6. I love Shine On You Crazy Diamond. The solo, just how it builds up, dun 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 dun, and then it goes into the saxophone part, where it goes into 2 different saxophones. So good, you know. At that time, I was really into thrash metal, and I heard that, and I was like, man, I want to do that sort of stuff. So, next, I'm gonna go for High Hopes from 1994. This song, it blew my mind the first time I heard it. You know, it was like, the grass was greener. It set this tone. And the solo, it just really sort of just rips through to you. Yeah, I watched David Gilmour play it live, and I thought he played on a normal guitar. And he has this slide guitar thing, and then he has just this one string, and he does it, and it's so cool. But like, you think he's gonna, oh, that's the highest note you can play, and then it goes higher, and he's just pulling, on one string, so many cool licks. It's just epic. I love that too. It just goes from calm to raging to calm. It's later on in their career, but it's probably one of those standout tracks in the later on. So I think that was 5. Okay, so going on to 4. Okay, this one, I'll tell you what it is. It's Echoes. Okay, so I absolutely love this song. First time I heard it, I was in the car with my dad, and it was really hot, and we were driving. And then I heard it, and I was like, yeah, okay, this is Pink Floyd. And the first note was dun. It's ping noise, and so I was like, oh, what's this? And then it goes on, and it's like this. I watched this video about it, and it tells you what Roger Waters was thinking about the ocean and all humans that come from the ocean. It was really intriguing, and I think this song is like, it builds up immensely, it swirls and everything, and all these, it's really creative, and then it just goes back down to the ocean. Oh, so sorry. Yeah. So number 3. Oh wait, shoot. Okay. So, sorry, this is top 9. I forgot. Okay, so yeah, I don't have. Sorry. This is top 9, so I'm just gonna go into number 2 really, because there's no number 3. Sorry. Number 2 is Time. What can I say? Actually, sorry. No, number 3 is. Wait, no. Okay, sorry. Number 4 is Money. And then number 3 is Echoes. Okay, I'm talking about Money now. So, Money is one of those songs that it just goes. I saw this video of David Gilmour playing this live, and I just loved how the bass player just jumps in the air and does dun. It's just really cool, and it's like this really cool song. And I think the way they use I love the video, and I love how this is one of the standout tracks from Dark Side. I think, it's just so cool. Money. And it's so catchy for a prog song. Really, so catchy. If I was a bass player, this would be one of the first things I would learn. I would want to learn, really. I think it's not one of the super creative tracks, but it's still really creative. And you know, lower track. So then number 3 is Echoes. Sorry, we already talked about Echoes. Number 2 is Time. Okay, so Time. It's one of those songs that when I first heard it, I was like, my brain like it just snapped my brain. You know, heard it and then it goes Time. And then you know when it builds up to that solo, and I love how the things it talks about. And then it builds up to that solo, and it sort of just erupts. It just erupts, and just this sonic sort of, you know, just wave of just it just erupts into like this like alien like solo. But it's not like weird, but it's like it just goes, and then after the solo, like you think he's done. And then it goes in more, it does more licks and stuff. And then it goes into this, I think, the sort of delay-ish, you know, thing on his vocals. And it goes, you know, so you run to catch up with the sun. And it's sort of, you know, it's like a David Gilmour, well, Roger Waters singing metal, in a way. And it's so cool, and then he goes back into his normal vocals. But yeah, so I just love that track. And then you think the song's done, and then it goes into the extra bit, breathe, reprise bit, and then you know, and then it finishes. And it's not an epic, it's not super long, but I think it's just one of those tracks that really does deserve that. It's just, you know, super cool. And on to number 1. I think I spoiled it halfway through. It's Dogs. Okay? I'm a sucker for this song. Love nearly everything about it. At the start, it's just epic. That sort of, you know, acoustic. It's not fast, but it's like, you know, up tempo, like sort of acoustic intro. And then it goes into the, you know, it talks about stuff, and then it starts going into the guitar, and the guitar is probably, it's so raw. I think it's not like smooth. He's you know, he's using like, he's slanting his pick a little bit, I think, and he's like, you know, the scraping noise against the strings. I think, pretty sure. I don't know, but like that's what I assumed he's doing, and he's, you know, it's just really raw, and Roger Waters' voice is really just dark and just, you know, mysterious and just, you know, haunting, really, in a way. And that lick, dun 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 dun, that like it's like there's like 3 guitars playing at the same time, you know. It's just so cool, and like you know, it's really cool. But I think the main thing when it goes into that like delay sort of thing with the vocals, it goes stone, no, and in my brain I thought he was saying one own, and it's just really cool. And I think this song is just like the things it's talking about overachievers and that sort of thing. You know, I watched this video about it, of how they made dogs, and I just watched that video over and over again because it's just so cool, that video. It talks about the, you know, the tour and all that stuff, and all the sort of things that were happening in the band. But I was just really interested in the way they made it and the stuff, and how, you know, you're probably saying, then, if Animals your favourite album by Pink Floyd, then why didn't you include any other songs from the album? And I was like, I thought about it, and I was like, they're not as great as Dogs. They're not as good, but they're really good. But like, you know, and I'll chuck them in the honorable mentions. I'll chuck a few other hits, like Another Brick in the Wall. I never really liked that song. It's catchy. It's one of the more mainstream things. But for a prog band, Pink Floyd were just in the mainstream, really, even though they were a really creative prog band. They weren't the founders of progressive rock, but they sort of popularized it. I would personally say that King Crimson made progressive rock, and then Pink Floyd had their more psychedelic roots with Syd Barrett, but then when Syd Barrett left and David Gilmour was in the band, it sort of changed and it was more guitar focused and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I just Dogs is just my favorite Pink Floyd song. I love all the songs on this list, and the other songs that I probably missed were there's not really a lot that I just care for really that I think I missed. These are the ones I go to most, especially that top 5, top 6, top 7. I go to a lot, and I really do. I listen to Shiny and Crazy Diamond a lot recently. But I go back to Dogs. Dogs is of course about 16 minutes, so it's long and it's sort of worth it. But sometimes I'm like, man, like I don't know, should I listen to this? But this is my opinion. Your opinion's probably 99% different to mine. If you like this video, like it. If you didn't, don't like it. If you really hated this video, dislike it. That just shows me what I should improve on or something. I never tell you to subscribe to my videos because you don't have to. I don't have to remind you. You could if you want. I want to make this clear. I think this video has been too long, so I'm going to cut it here. Bye. Stay rockin'.